Hey everyone, this is my first Starcraft 2 replay, and as you can see I got off to a great start, not harvesting minerals there. Takes me a little bit, still not going. So this is me in the purple, Taddasar. I got a teal Terran, red Zerg, and a blue Toss. So it's me, the teal, versus the top two. So we got an Overlord Scout here. Nothing exciting going up. When I like to play, I usually ask them what they're doing, and then I kind of base my play off of that. Nothing. I don't like to keep myself to one set. So I see Terran. I think he's gonna go Marine Marauders, so I'm probably gonna go air. I already know that, but I'm gonna hope that that's how he plays. That's where you get the strong part. So here I come up, block off the ramp. With the pylon, and you can see the opposite effect. The Protoss player is going to build right next to his base, build two pylons, so really different play there. I like to block off the ramp so you don't get the ling rush real quick. But right here you get a spawning pool for the red Zerg already, so I can see he's going to rush. Well, I can't see that, but you can see that that's what he's going to do. I asked my Terran player to scout, I guess. What I like to do here is grab the gateway to block off this ramp, and then right here is where I'm going to put my Z-Lots. So the same thing here, blocking off the rush here, the Terran. And the Protoss player here is going to pop up a Forge, and I don't think that's a good idea unless you're really scared for like maybe a Ravager rush, something Terran rush real quick. It's going to come up the back, and I think he's just really scared. He's going to put up some cannons, and I don't like to do that. I like to use for my defense. I really like to use some units for that. So you can see the lings are coming out first. He's got 6 lings, pretty standard rush. He's going to be pretty slow. He hasn't even put his queen out yet, and he's got no gas going. So he's really banking on this rush to cripple my units, and because of that mess up at the beginning with the harvesting, my Zs aren't out yet, so this is actually a problem for me. So a lot of people don't like to do this right off, and they like to just take the hit right there, but I'm going to try and surround him with my workers. I do lose a handful, but it's not that bad at loss, and I know that I have Zs coming out anyway, so any more rush is not going to work. So I try and block this off here, and then I realize I'm all set. I got a Z-Lot coming in, and we got the first Marines out from the racks over here. So my teammate was scared, but I realized that I'm fine. I'm going to chrono boost some probes real quick, so everything's fine. So meanwhile, I'm going to put my second gateway back here. This is pretty blocked off, and that's fine. So I realize here, probably going to go really fast, try to get some flying units out. So he's going to go quick gas, probably go with some Mutalisks. And see, I think this is just a really slow build right now for this Protoss player. He's going gas, he built 2 assimilators, he's got a side core in the back. He's going to do Warp Gate, but I just don't think that's a good build at first. So I'm going to try and get quick air. A little behind because of that rush, but it shouldn't be that bad. We got the Terran player, he's got 2 racks up. Tech lab, so not really trying to rush anything. At this point, I think we realize that he's going to try and get that fast lair and then go to Mutalisks, because he saw that I had Zs out, and I kind of like to do that. I like to make a bunch of Zs and then wait off after. So I have 3 Zs out for the rush, and then after that, I'm going to go for the side core and get some stalkers for the air. So I got my assimilators out. A little behind right here with the units. Gotta get some pylons up. The rush kind of threw me off there, but not that bad. So we got a Twilight Council up for the Toss, and he still only has 2 units. Kind of building really slow here. He's got a lot of. He's not really, doesn't have the good harvesters here. You want to max out here with 16 at least. at the beginning before you start to do gas. And this is a common thing. While you're going to build up this spire over here, you want to throw down these crawlers to defend against anything right now, because he has no units, and you can see he's not expanding or anything. So he's really just sitting there. And we got Marauders and Marines over here. Probably going to go in. I'm hoping that we can jump him before this happens, so I'm just trying to stock up right now on units and try and cripple the Zerg, because I know he rushed really quick and he's probably going to go fast mutas. And as you can see right there, he drops down the spire. And again, really nothing going on here. He's got warp gate and that's it. He's got one gateway, so he's not really going to warp in from the thing. Now he's dropping in 2 other gateways, but still I think it's a little slow right now for that build. Got 2 barracks though. He's got the reactor on this one, so he's going to drop in a lot of Marines. These ones are going to be the Marauders. And right here you can see I have a pretty healthy amount of Zealots, so that's exactly what I wanted. Because I see that he's going to go... See, we see right here, Red's probably going to go Muta. He's going to come up here. He's going to scout to see if he expanded. Really nothing going on up here, so great time to move in to the Marauders and Marines. So he does have warp gate, but still a very slow build. Here, my production tab, so you have some ground level warp gate a little late. And there's the 6 mutas coming in right now, so he's banking on this air thinking enough to hold off from anything. You see an expansion coming in, but his main base is basically crippled right now because he's using 2 units. So a bad strategy here to not have enough units when you expand. You don't want to expand and have nothing, and he has no units. If you look at the unit tabs right now, he has 8 probes and he's trying to expand, so that's not a good idea. You really want to try and put a little counter in before you expand, and while they're occupied you want to expand. So while he went over though, I did see this expansion coming down for the Red Zerg, so I went right at that. And what's good here is that these mutas see that I'm going after this, so they're going to come down and they're going to try and take out my Zealots and these Marauders, but as that happens, that just enough time to go in and do some damage on his workers in the space over here. So I do actually figure that he has way more than this, but he only has 2 spine crawlers and a queen, so that's really nothing that really matters. So, but at this point, I have my stalkers coming in, and I'm gonna try and expand while this happens. So that's a good thing. You want to distract them while you can expand, so that you can get that expansion up with no harm. And right here, he lost 400 energy there. So dropping down a Nexus right here while I go in the base, so really good. Killed the queen off, got the first spine crawler. I'm gonna try and get mutas up again, but I'm just going to town on his workers while this happens. And I don't care if I lose these because I know that I did enough here. I could have probably pulled back, but I'm doing so much damage on this line and pulling them off the crystals that it's worth it. So going in, taking out almost all these guys. Meanwhile, Blue has done nothing. He's trying to get his expansion up. Got a Marauder in there harassing, so. And here's the good part is that I have this expansion up and going. Stalkers here for the air. My teammates pumped out a lot of Marines at this point, so this is going to be perfect against the Mutalisks. They're really not going to do anything. He's trying to get his workers back up. Got mutas flying around here. Probably could hit this expansion and do a pretty good number on it, but I realize that he's probably going to do that, and I do bring my stalkers down at the right point. I see them right there. I see he may go over there. Defend here. And these Marines pretty much have those in check. So I bring them down here to hold off this expansion, and while that happens, I start to pump out units in my Nexus. By the front of this. So mutas do try and come in and harass here. Probably a good move here. Got missile turrets coming up late. So this is like the only play that the Zerg really has, and while this is happening, he's just going to move in. And I'm going to sit here, I'm going to pump out units just in case something goes crazy. It's going to start pumping out probes over here to my expansion. Got more stalkers coming in. This series got 28 Marines, 9 stalkers. I have a bunch of sentries coming in right now. 28 Marines, 8 mutas, and a queen. So this base is completely gonna get messed up by these Marines here. Queen goes down. This is pretty much dead. Too late on the mutas. I figure he's gonna go over there, so I'm gonna just try and take out the top right here. So I mean, pretty standard game. Just, I think this is a slow build for Protoss. I think you really have to try and block off this and hold off that ling rush. Although I did go a little late, I still held off it. And expanding when you're not ready is not a good strategy. So that's what he did there. Not a bad job by the Zerg, but he just didn't have the help with the Protoss there. So that's it, and hope you enjoyed.